Welcome to the most popular art exhibition ever. One of my kind of campaigns is to try and widen the audience for contemporary art. The art world has, I think, slightly uncomfortable relationship with the idea of popularity. So I make art that looks on the surface quite traditional. I use very traditional forms, vases, tapestries, sculptures. You're not going to be surprised by any of the categories of object in this exhibition. I use the media as a kind of guerrilla tactic to talk about perhaps some of the more difficult elephants in the room for our British society. So we have a room here dedicated to Brexit, we have a room about masculinity, and over here we have a more entertaining room, more fun room, and another room about popularity. The marriage shrine to me and my wife. I wanted it to look nice and old and rusty because that sort of reflects the 30-year relationship I have with my beloved Philippa. And I think everybody should have a little shrine to their marriage in their house that they can light a candle in front of, maybe to celebrate, what makes us happy. This show is opening on Election Day. And so I'm very aware that when we look at a piece of art, we're looking at it through various lenses, who we are, where we are, when we are. And of course, when we're looking through an exhibition in a time of a general election, everything's going to be politicised, and that gives a little bit of extra charge to it. I just fancied doing a big nude. But then I thought, it's sort of interesting. No, I particularly as an artist, I'm very aware of the fact that people are almost as interested in me as the artist as they are in the work. So I thought, well, why not make a piece about that idea? That here I am in my studio, in the nude, or in a fantasy version of myself in the nude, dare I say it, with my cat Kevin. My motorcycle also from the British Museum show, that's Alan Measles' Pope-mobile, the AM1 that I rode around Germany, and we actually rode it to Neuschwanstein, the castle in the photograph in the back, which is Mad Ludwig's castle, but also where Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was filmed. This work behind me, this is the Battle of Britain. It's a 7 by 3 metre tapestry. And I started it thinking, I'd quite like to do a landscape, because I don't do many landscapes. And then as I was working on it, I realised that I was actually making a transcription of one of my favourite paintings, which is Paul Nash's Battle of Britain. And that immediately made me think, of course, of contemporary events, of referendum, Brexit. And so I started to weave in a lot of things into the tapestry that I thought would look different if seen through the lens of Brexit. And so when you look at this, think Brexit, and then everything becomes a little bit more emotionally charged. When you look at wind farm or a little encampment of tents or a bit of graffiti, what does it say about Britain in the light of Brexit?